Hello, it's an honor to be here today speaking to you. Today I'm going to tell you my story, which is titled Happiness with Holograms. I'm going to tell you how I found true bliss, true happiness with holograms, and about the company that I am honored to represent, which is PORTL Inc. So here we go. Enjoy the journey. In 1998, I had an epiphany that my life's purpose was to facilitate the creation of an Obi-Wan Kenobi styled hologram that's AI enabled, that you could beam into the palm of your hand, that could help you with anything, anywhere, anytime. I wanted to live in a world like that. It existed in movies and novels and in the metaverse, but not in the physical world. And I wanted to live in that world. And so my journey began. And like many journeys, it had many twists and turns along the way. But ultimately, I was able to land working on my mission. So what happened was I went back to grad school and I got a master's in technology management and was asked to teach at this wonderful university in Southern California while I was working at startups in technology. I specialize in helping entrepreneurs connect with the resources they need to launch their venture visions, their inventions in the laboratory into the marketplace. And I've been doing that for a long time now and have had the honor and pleasure to work with many exciting inventors. But I realized, like many people on their journey, that my mission in life I was not actually focused on. Has that ever happened to any of you? You have a dream, you have a journey, you have a mission, and you find your day-to-day work is exciting and exhilarating, but it's not quite what you know is your path and purpose. That was me. And so what did I do? I decided to interview 111 of the most successful people in the world that I knew. And I wrote their mentoring biographies in a book called Going Supernova, The Bold Paths of 101 Superachievers. And I used it in the classroom. And guess what? I found the secret to success, in my opinion. What was it that these people were doing that I wasn't quite doing yet? And you know what it was? Does anybody have any ideas? It was stepping outside of your comfort zone. And so I started to seek out things that were way outside of my comfort zone. And I got very focused, because full throttle focus was something that these 111 superachievers all had in common. And as I got focused, I launched a summit, taking my skills that I had helping entrepreneurs. I launched a summit called hashtag AI Showbiz at the intersection of artificial intelligence, the entertainment industry, blockchain, cryptocurrency. And for the last 5 years, I've been happily convening the world's finest minds on those topics. And I see them as a laboratory, a mastermind of incredible insights. They call that the hive mind. And I have definitely been the recipient of wonderful philosophies and insights from doing this. And then my big break in life happened, as often occurs when you are so focused on your goal. I met David Nussbaum, the CEO, inventor, and founder of a company called PORTL, PORTL, PORTL. I met him at LA Comic-Con, and I had already worked in conjunction with a company he had been involved with previously on holograms. And I told him with great enthusiasm, because a lot is accomplished with great enthusiasm, that my dream was to work for him on his invention. Do you want to see his invention? I'm going to share my screen and show you his invention. And there it is. It is coming on the screen. And voila, this is the portal on the right side of your screen. This is the portal hologram machine. And on the left is the telepresence. And I have a deck that will go into great detail about all of this. But this is how I found my bliss. My happiness in life is representing in a business development capacity this incredible invention that is now used all over the world. This occurred in December of 2019 that I began working with PORTL, and my life has been so exciting ever since. Before I go into the deck telling you the ins and outs and all about PORTL, I'd like to share with you a few other things from my screen, because, you know, transforming adversity into opportunity is really the name of the game. And I learned that from interviewing all those super achievers who have become, in a way, my advisors and great mentors in life. And my advice to you for digital media is find a mentor, find a great mentor, and use them as a role model and learn from that. So I was fortunate. I was writing about people who had had tragedies I hadn't, and then one visited me. My beloved husband passed away in 2018. And we had 27 wonderful years together. And I had grief, normal thing to occur, but I found a way using holograms to channel my grief into something remarkable. And there it is. Can you see it? That is a dolphin painting, and I'm going to play this clip. But first, a little backstory about this dolphin commemorative. My husband was a dolphin whisperer, and dolphins just adored him. If we were in the ocean, they would come by, and he just had a special way with dolphins. We had dolphins on the number on our house, and dolphins were a theme in our life. And we just loved dolphins, and we loved the environment. And together, my husband and I worked on sustainability and protecting the planet. That was part of my purpose. But it really brought me the most happiness when I turned it into a hologram. So that painting was commissioned by me to work with Nicole Buffett, who's an extremely talented artist. Nicole Buffett is an extremely talented painter, and she did this beautiful painting. And for 3 years, I stared at it, and it brought me great joy. But it was when I turned it into a hologram and put it inside of a portal that my bliss really was confirmed. So let me show you the video of this painting, which has been turned into an NFT, and it's going to be, stay tuned, you'll be hearing about it shortly, a very big NFT drop. But that will be announced on another day. But just stay tuned for hearing about Nicole Buffett's dolphin commemorative that is being featured in a very big drop. So let's play this. And there it is. It's so beautiful. And see how it spins. And there's the beautiful poem honoring my husband that Nicole wrote. And so this is a hologram. This is not the physical painting. We made a digital twin of this and turned it into what will be an NFT. How was that done? Well, we took a high resolution TIFF of the front, the back, the sides, and stitched it together. And our post-production expert at PORTL then did some of his magic. I believe he used the software Blender and spun it and uploaded it into our software we use at PORTL, and there it is. So that is a video I wanted to show you, but I have two more before I go into the deck. The next one I want to show you is how much fun the portal can be, and I will give you a full briefing on it. But first, I just want to show you how much fun it is. So this is me in the portal at our studio in LA using a filter overlay. I'm sure from companies like Snapchat and Instagram, you're used to fun filters. Well, here we are using it in the portal, and you'll see that I'm also part of white telepresence. That's my human side, but here is my hologram. I want to next show you another video. This is Nolan Cassidy, one of our engineers at PORTL, and here he is debuting what I think is the future of fashion. This is his hologram self. Imagine having that option for your wardrobe, or what it could be for retails as a new kind of living or virtual mannequin, hologram mannequin. So those were the items I wanted to show. And now I wanted to go through the deck about PORTL and really give you the ins and outs of where I found my happiness and where I spend my days happily working. So there it is, beam there. And we have a special saying at PORTL: if you can't be there, you can beam there. Think, beam me up, Scotty. It's that kind of futuristic technology. There is David Nussbaum, our inventor, CEO, and founder in the PORTL. And we say PORTL Presence Technology. All right, let's go through this. What is PORTL? You've seen how it's brought me happiness, but let's get into the details here. It's a breakthrough, patent pending technology which allows anyone to beam anywhere else in the world in real time. And that's not all. Live beaming is now possible, but also pre-recorded holographic content is possible, and AI-enabled content known as conversational video by our partnership alliance company, Storyfile, LLC. So those are the three ways that PORTL is used. And what is PORTL all about? Well, we're involved in creating a new form of communications. And I love this slide because it shows the evolution of communications. Believe it or not, in 1880, that was the phone. And then in 1960, we had a more modernized version, and the telephone booth. When I was young, that's how we called people. We didn't have our cell phones. We went into the phone booth, and they were located, here and there outdoors. And just when you needed it, you would drive somewhere and find the phone booth. That was our closest rendition of mobile. And then there was the push button phone. Notice it's tethered. You couldn't move around. Big breakthrough, 1990 came. You were no longer tethered to the wall or the telephone jack. You could move around. Couldn't move around too far. It was within your home. And then it got modernized, and then breakthrough. It was only in 2013 where the smartphone came out. Now you're hard pressed to go anywhere to see anyone without a smartphone. But it hasn't been around that long. Well, the smartphone really, in my opinion, is a mini supercomputer. It's the beginning of getting help anywhere, anytime. And of course, 2021, the year and the time that I'm giving this talk, is when the PORTL came into existence. And you see next to it the mini, that's coming soon. We're going to have a miniature portable version that we believe people will put in their homes all over the world. So that's the evolution of communications. So you can see, hear, and interact with others. It is the only 4K live streaming interactive video experience. It's self-contained. It measures about 7 feet tall, about 3.5 feet wide, almost 4 feet, and almost 3 feet deep. So it's large. That is our epic size. Our mini will be much smaller, and we call that the tabletop version. We do have a mobile app that allows you from the cloud to communicate and manage all of your content for volumetric video, as we call the holograms. Now, technically, I do want to point out those holograms are not quite 3D, they're 2D plus. Because they're in the beautiful hologram box, the PORTL hologram box, it has a volumetric fullness to it. And our portals are the only holograms featured that I know of with shadows. So it's all self-contained. It does require 5G or Wi-Fi to enable either device, Epic or Mini, and the patent pending designs, as I said, has shadows and reflections all integrated into the audio, video, motion AI. It has low latency video capture, transcoding, and correction. So what are the use cases? The sky is the limit with the use cases. So there's telemedicine. That's an area I'm working on pioneering. Imagine the day where a mini portal is in every home and every doctor has one. And say you have a rash, you don't have to go anywhere. You just live beam yourself into your doctor's portal, and they can, in beautiful 4K resolution, diagnose you, get you going on your treatment instantly, and they can also see you directly. Education. This is one of the biggest areas that I've been developing at universities. Just this very morning, we sold a portal to someone who has 11,000 students. They're going to be training all over the world. Education is endless and infinite, the uses. It can be used for C-suite communications, experiential marketing, fashion, fitness, auto, luxury brands, virtual help desks, virtual concierge, and the recorded content. Of course, the sky's the limit with merchandising, advertising, education, recorded history, information desks, museums, libraries, schools, malls, retailers, sports, entertainment, and whatever else great use you come up with. Email me. Let me know your ideas. I'm Molly, MOLLY, at PORTL, PORTL, hologram.com. I would love to hear your use case ideas. So what are we talking about? Well, you can beam yourself around the globe simultaneously. I was part of the first intercontinental, cross-continental to another continent, live beaming. We beamed someone from the studio in LA all the way to Barcelona, Spain. And that was really a moment of milestones. But as you can see, you can beam to multiple portals. So your CEO is giving a speech, they could beam into all the portals that exist at the same time, and that way really have an impact with their talk. Now, we've had so many use cases. We've had great celebrities that have used this for their events, and we call these activations. Very exciting. And live events, lots of live events we've been doing. We've exhibited at a trade show, multiple trade shows actually, and it's always a showstopper. It's jaw-dropping. It inspires awe because it's a brand new technology that is so futuristic now available today. The boardroom, someone can't make it to the meeting because they're in Australia and the meeting's in New York City. No problem. We'll just live beam you in, and it'll be as if you were there in 4K resolution, your shadows and all. Medical and healthcare, as I was mentioning before, telemedicine, teaching medical students, using it say there's a situation where you can't get to the hospital to see a loved one, well, you can have a portal there, and it's as if they're there with you. By the way, it is my understanding that research has been done, and when you see a hologram, full size, one of ours in the portal, it releases endorphins and happy feelings inside of you in the same way that a human physical presence does. And don't we all need that? Yes, indeed. And this is why the theme of my talk is happiness with holograms. They really are something magnificent to behold, and they can help. They can help in medical interaction in so many other different ways. They help me, as I told you, get over my grief and channel and transform it into dolphins and helping. I should add back to my dolphin story that the work that I'm doing is going to protect and support dolphins and marine biodiversity near the Cocos Islands, near Costa Rica. And here is a story file. I'm actually talking, that's not David Nussbaum's human self, that's David Nussbaum's hologram self. And there I am talking to him in the story file interactive. Imagine that David went into a studio for a day at Story File, and they asked him close to 200 questions. And now when David's out of town and I need his advice, I just go and talk to his story file. And story files are incredible and a great use case for the portal. Galleries and museums. We've been visited by gallery owners from all over the world looking at using this to display their artwork. And certainly NFTs is a big one too. Malls and retail. Of course, think of all the different uses of the portal in malls and retail, infinite amounts. Holidays, right? Stores, and here we are, malls, education, as I mentioned, automotive shows, airports, virtual concierges, and even in the home. We should all have an epic portal, life-size and mini, in our home to communicate. So that is the presentation. Very quick, here's what the layout looks like, how the setup is on the white screen telepresence. Just give you a little glimpse of that. And our portal cloud that I mentioned allows you to upload and schedule live and pre-recorded content with Portal Cloud. This is our own proprietary software, and the day is coming where it'll also enable data analytics, so that camera at the top of the portal sees the audience and can measure audience sentiment and demographics. There it is, full mobile control with our Portal Cloud. And we call this a whole landscape that we offer with the portal, with the studio kits that we have for the live telepresence with our software. And we have kits and accessories. There's the special electric roadie case that allows you to take the portal anywhere you want it to go. And we have been covered in the news. If you Google portal, you can read all about it, or go to portalhologram.com. Thank you so much. This is our executive team and leaders at Portal. And I, as I said, am happy also to be an advisor. Thank you so much today for the opportunity to share my happiness with holograms with you. Thank you so much.